Hey guys, good morning. I decided to make this video because, as you may or may not know, a couple months back, we as a corporation decided to uh, do away with paper. So one of the things that it becomes difficult for our customer sales staff, Irma Rosario, is that whenever you add a customer on Handshake, you expect it to automatically reflect on our system. Well, just to give you a little bit of background, our system doesn't talk to to Handshake. It actually has to be imported manually. So this is the way that we have to do it, guys. First of all, you have to log into your portal. If you don't have it set up to automatically going through your browser, you have to put in your credentials, and as you know, it's your first initial and last name only. You don't have to add the CV optical part, and then you put in your password. Once in, once in, you then go to My Customers, and under My Customers, you have down here under New Customer Form, you enter. That's where you enter. It's important that you have all this readily available to you so that you can either copy and paste or just enter it manually. So the crucial parts of the form are obviously the customer information. And in our case, you have to click on the country code. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on the recording, but there's a little drop down menu and you go down to the country that you're entering this customer for. That's crucial that you enter that part of the information before you actually start entering all the address and so forth, because otherwise it'll default into the United States and it'll ask you for a state. At that point, then the other crucial part is obviously the general contact details. Make sure that you put in your primary contact and of course an accounts payable contact. Make sure that you enter all the information as far as alternate phone numbers and email addresses. The ones that are crucial are the ones that you see here with the little red asterisk. Then you go into account details. That's also important. You're going to put in new direct. Most of our customers are new and direct. Uh, then you put in whatever is equivalent to the country that you're working with. So while some countries may not call them partnerships or corporations, maybe there's other options. If it's a limited liability, you put in the one that you think logically makes more sense. Um, if they do belong to some type of alliance, make sure that you enter it here. And make sure that whenever you enter any alliance, such as the Trinidad and Tobago Optometry Association, that you enter this information consistently. Don't worry about the DUNS number, unless I guess the equivalent of that would be an employee, a corporation ID. So if they do have a corporation ID, which most of them do, I'm sorry, that's something else. The actual corporation ID is down here. What we call a FED ID, that is where you're supposed to enter that information. So you don't have to download the tax exemption form because all our customers are international. Make sure that you enter all this information as well. The owner's name, the title, the tax ID, the type of business that it is, the date it started, etc. Alternate business information, if they go by a different name, such as a DBA, we call it nombre ficticio or nombre fantasía in Latin America, or fantasy or fictitious name, also known as a DBA here in the United States. It's called doing business as. That's what it stands for. Make sure that you enter it there. And if they've and this is a very important part of of the form. You must enter at least 3 optical frame vendors. If they're a sunglass store, for instance, you want to put in the primary sunglass vendors. Please do not include Luxottica or Marchand as they do not share information with us. That's crucial for you to understand. And then make sure that here it's a required field as well. You'll see the red asterisks. Make sure that you enter all that information regarding their shipping details. And then here at the end, under specific customer details, again, you're not going to be able to see the drop down on this recording, but make sure that if it's a chain, you put in customer multi. If it's an international retailer, that should be the 4th selection down. Make sure that you click on that, and then their respective discount code. We have D, B, and A in the case of customers. And then all you have to do is submit the form. Once you submit the form, accounts receivables will process the customer information. Once it's done, you'll get a confirmation email. Thank you.